right, guys, welcome back to another Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. It is Monday, March 25th. Let's try that again. Monday, March 21st. 25th will be here before you know it, but we're going to stick with Monday today. Things are just happening all around, guys. It is a packed weekend. I want to real quick mention Red, White, and Bulls Friday and Saturday, March 25th and 26th at the Breckenridge Main Event Center in Edna. Guys, they've got bull riding out there, bull ball, mutton busting, mini bull riding, and they're going to do an honor to fallen. They're going to honor fallen soldiers as well. This is a good event there that they put on a heck of a rodeo for 2 days, and they do it for all the right reasons. So if you can get over there, make sure Red, White, and Bulls that you go check them out. And now I'm going to get to you, my friend, right here in the studio with us. You guys know him. You see him all over town. He's doing big things. But for those that don't know, if you wouldn't mind, my brother, please introduce yourself and let them know who you're with.
I'm Casey Houseworth. I'm with Budget Blinds, but we're also doing I'm with Builders Association with the Home Product Show this week.
And that Home Product Show is a big deal. You guys have been doing it for a lot of years now.
It's quite a few years. I don't know how many, but it's been here for a while.
So for those that don't know, what is the Home Product Show and why do we need to go check that thing out?
Home Product Show is where vendors come together and we showcase our products and services that we offer in the Crossroads. So you can visit each of the booth and learn something about, home products.
And it's nice, so we can use Budget Blinds, for example. We can come and talk to you and say, hey, man, I'm building this new home, or just talk to you about your products and
get
how
to
that
meet
might
us.
work. Yeah.
Get to meet us, get to put your hands on the products and see them. But also the main thing is just to meet the vendors and get to know people. And
it's primarily local vendors, correct?
Primarily local vendors, yes.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that, right now in today's market and environment with inflation and trying to find things, I'm not opposed to having a good relationship with all the people that are trying to do this, and networking and all that, because it's tough enough right now on your own. And so I think the power of community right now is very important, that we all kind of support each other.
And I agree with you. I'm always supportive of shop local. And by doing this, you get to shop local and see what's out there. And there's a lot of great vendors, businesses here in town that offer great services.
Yeah, they really do, man. And I've been blessed to go to this thing several times, and it's always got a really good, feeling to it, where everybody it's a good time, and people are walking around, and everybody's got good attitudes, and everybody's shaking hands and all that. But more importantly, I see a lot of cool stuff, a lot of things that I may never walk into an actual store because I'm kind of just weird like that, where I fall off the grid. But you don't get the opportunity to go see all these places. But here, under one roof, you can just see about 20, 30. How many different, roughly, people we got?
There's going to be approximately about 60 different vendors there.
Good Lord.
So there'll be quite a few there. And a lot of them is going to have a lot of good prizes to give away too. So as you visit the booths, you get to sign up for some giveaways and prizes. So
I forgot about that. I won a Colligan water purifier one year out there, and got to meet all the Colligan people that now take care of me. And so great deal. Do you have any sponsors or anything, just a few people you may want to highlight real quickly?
Yeah, of course, we always have a lot of great vendors there, like I said, but some of the vendors that will be there this year is VCS companies. They're always a great vendor. Superior Sleep, Premium Pools and Spas will be there, and so you might end up with a pool. Not win a pool, you gotta buy it.
Dang, I was about to change my plans if you were giving away pools.
No, Prosperity Bank, First Community Bank will be there. Hague Water Solutions will be there. SAK Granite, they do countertops, so it'll be there. Vic Sound and Equipment will be there. Cutco. Then you got your Kimberlite, Platinum Homes, they'll be there as well. So some great builders and other people like Zarskis, and so we'll have some good vendors out there, good businesses.
Yes, sir. How can people, that if they want to get tickets or if they've got questions, or is it too late to get in a booth?
No, you can actually still get in a booth if you wanted to. We have a couple spots left.
Nice.
So most definitely, but you got to do it by Wednesday.
You better hurry.
You got to hurry. You got to hurry.
Yes,
you got to hurry.
Well, where can they reach out to, and how can they get in touch with you guys?
Well, the best way is to call the office, which you'd call Kim at 361-578-7711. That's the Crossroads Builders Association.
Gotcha.
And she can answer all your questions about it.
Gotcha. And seeing this, it reminds me, we also needed to talk about what's going on Saturday with Market Days.
Right. So first of all, let's say on Friday, the show is from 11 to 5.
Okay.
And then from Saturday, the show is from 10 to 5.
Okay.
And that's at the Victoria Community Center.
Gotcha.
So, but then on Saturday, in addition to our show in the annex, we're going to have market days. So we're going to have some vendors selling their market day events, products. So kind of like homemade stuff.
Yes, sir.
So it'll be great. So kind of like 2 shows in one on Saturday.
Right, and do they go to the same, I'm going to use your cheat sheet
Sure.
too here.
Sure.
Do they go to the same place to find information about that?
Yes,
or?
they go to Kim and they get information there as well.
Good deal.
You can also go to Crossroad Builders, ba.com.
Gotcha. And I'm sure it's on the Facebook page as well.
It is. We got Facebook running. You can go to my Facebook as well. It's there as well. So
good deal.
So yeah, it's going to be a great show. We're going to have a lot of people there.
You got the home product show, market days, working together on that. That's awesome. That's
Market
Friday
days.
and Saturday. Yeah, guys, get out there.
And one more thing real quick, so I don't forget. On Friday, like I said, the show is from 11 to 5, but that's also our First Responders Day. So you get $2 off if you've been in the military, if you're fire department, police department, and senior citizens as well.
Good deal. Well, thank you for honoring heroes.
Sure, you're welcome.
They're the best among us, and I appreciate you taking care of them.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
So home product show, market days, all out at the community center, and you can reach out to Kim at 578-7711. That's Kim Lindsay if you need anything, or you can check out their Facebook pages or websites. Am I forgetting anything, brother?
No, just make sure y'all all show up, and we'll have a good time.
Good deal. Well, thank you again so much for all you do. And
thank you as well.
This is one of about 37 hats I know you wear in this community, and so yeah, I know
Thank
you're
you.
tired taking care of all of us, but we appreciate you,
Well,
man. And
thank
so,
you very much.
Thanks for all you do. Guys, we'll take a quick break and be right back with our next guest.
It's no secret that Americans are always connected to their devices. Phones, tablets, and connected TV devices like Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. Reaching consumers through video has never been more complicated. That's why there's now Thrive Fuel Every Screen. With every screen, you can reach the right audience on every device at the right time. Target physical addresses using GPS data to serve video ads at scale and with precision. Bring the science of behavioral and demographic targeting to your video campaigns. Every screen combines OTT, CTV, internet pre-roll, and social video all in one place. Make the most of your video marketing strategy with Thrive Fuel Every Screen. Available now.
All right, guys, welcome back to our show, and we've got our new guest here that has not been on before. We've had the group on before, but she has not been on, and I'm excited to have her here and excited to have her share everything. So, without further ado, young lady, if you wouldn't mind, please introduce yourself.
Sure, I'm Kristie Dicken, and I'm with Victoria Ballet Theatre.
Outstanding. So, tell me, before we get into your event, which I think is pretty cool, and I like the name, very creative, what is the Victoria Ballet Theatre, and kind of what is y'all's mission, and what do you all do here in the community?
We're a local dance company, founded in 1984, and we just strive to bring authentic and original and quality works of dance to the community.
Is that something that is community-based in the sense of it's all volunteer, like Victoria Theatre, for example, that all the shows are made up of actors and volunteers in the community? Is Victoria Ballet kind of the same thing, where it's local people that are dancing?
Yes, it's local dancers. They try out by audition. They can start out when they're 9 years old, and they come into the company, and then they become junior company members, and then move on up to the senior company. But all of our performers are local. We do have guest artists that come to our shows. For example, we just had Copilia, and we had a local girl who was our feature, and then we did have some guest artists that we bring in, and we do bring in people from all over, but a lot of times we'll bring in dancers from Houston Ballet or other Texas-based companies.
Yes, ma'am. Roughly how many, and I know it probably varies year to year, but just picking an average year, roughly how many shows or performances do you all do in a year?
We do 3. We have a fall performance, then we have the Nutcracker, which is the big one that most everyone knows about, and then we have our spring show. And usually the spring show is a ballet, a classical ballet, and a story.
Gotcha. Now, do you all need somebody with 2 left feet, no rhythm, and can't dance?
We'll take anybody.
Well, that would be this guy there, and I'm pretty terrible at it. But no, all joking aside, I think that's really neat that you guys, you know, give some, from such a young age, allow them to pursue their passions and give them an outlet here in town to not only keep doing what they want to do, but also to perform for the community.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's also important to just mention this, that we do have an outreach program as well. It's called DEMI, and we go through the Boys and Girls Club, and we have those students take dance classes, and they come to the shows. Some of them actually become company members. So it's a really nice thing that we also do to reach out into the community.
That's awesome, you know, and I joke, but I seriously can't dance, but I like performing under, like, say, Victoria Theater and theater and stuff like that. And I really think it helps prepare you in life in a lot of ways, that if you can go out on the stage live in front of a whole bunch of people and take the nerves and anxiety and all that and try to perform, I think it makes you better in so many different aspects, you know, job interviews, just talk, if your company makes you go up in front of a group and have to talk about this business report or something, you know, but you get to enhance your skills, but also have fun at the same time and pursue passions. And the older I get, the more I realize that those passions are important to keep my sanity. And you know, but I'm also finding out that I'm getting a little too old to do some of this stuff. So it's nice to just go sit down and watch somebody do it and not have to be me. And especially to be able to support local doing so.
Yes, absolutely.
And so this great event here, I'd love the Tutus and Tennis Shoes. I could barely say that, but I love the name. Talk to me a little bit about this event, and let's just go through it.
All right, perfect. It's Saturday, March the 26th. It's going to be held at Riverside Park. And it's kind of a cool event because we're offering different options for people. You can run. We have a 1K fun run when we do have a chip time 5K. We're also doing a bike, which is a 10K. Cool. We're offering the option for you to paddle also, so you can kayak, and we're teaming up with Flow Paddle for the kayak.
Oh, they're a great group. Can you do all 3?
Just
kidding.
I'm
not that I
sure
need to, because you might have to come save me halfway through, but hypothetically.
I guess you could, you know, paddle and then get out and jump onto the trail and run a little bit, you know.
Cool. No, I tried that a few years ago, is why I asked. They had a little mini triathlon like that, and yeah, I made it about halfway through, and I was like, this was not so smart of me. I'm dying out here. But no, sure. So let's unpack this.
Okay.
You've got different things that you can do.
Right.
I used to love the chip time because I used to be a little bit faster than I am now, and I always wanted chip time because if I'm going to train, I want to run, and let's compete and find out. So I'm glad there's still a lot of good runners in this town that will enjoy the chip time. But
absolutely.
For somebody that just wants to come out and support, but they're not trying to break any 5K records, you have the other options, and so that's pretty cool.
Right, absolutely. And we do have an option for kids as well. So you can do the 1K, you can do the 5K. It will be chip time, but if you don't care about your time, then you don't need to worry and check that out. You can just run and go on your own pace, you know. But again, if you're an avid runner and you really are training, then we can offer that option for you as well.
No, that's good. And more so than all of that, I would just say the camaraderie of everybody out there supporting each other. The thing I like about these events when you go to them is everybody's so supportive of each other, and whether you're doing the 5K or the walk or the paddling, you know, everybody supports each other.
Absolutely.
And I think that's just more and more crucial as we go down the line and stuff. And so I'm glad that you guys have found a way to combine that with ballet. You know, that's creative.
We thought it was just a wonderful way to reach out to the community and get people outside, because, you know, for so long we haven't been able to be outside. And last year at our first event, we were actually the first event that was allowed to happen in the park, you know, after the COVID situation. So it was really cool, and just to see everybody out there and everybody, you know, it was just really fun.
And I would also say to hairy-legged, knuckle-dragging boys like myself that, you know, if you would have come and talked to me when I was 20 years old and said, hey, why don't you come check out the ballet theater and all this, I would have, no, I'm busy that night, I'm sorry.
Right.
But again, with age comes a little bit of wisdom, hopefully.
For sure.
And this is one of these things that I'm starting to realize, like, I was kind of dumb to not go and support these events and all that. And, you know, fellas, go check it out. Like, it's, you know, what would you say to somebody like me, a dumb boy that just, well, I don't want to go to the ballet theater. You know, what would you say?
I think I would just say, you know, just come check us out, come see what we're about, because it's definitely not always tights and tutus. We do offer a lot of really cool works that reach outside the box. A lot of them, some of our original pieces, our own company members have choreographed and will be recognized at our national festival. So, and a lot of times it's about experiences. It's about sharing the love of art and of ballet, in different ways. So I would just encourage people to come out. And if you're not willing to come out and sit in a seat and watch a show, if it's just not your cup of tea, come to an event like this.
Right.
The Tutus and Tennis Shoes and Run, walk, paddle, whatever you want to do, and just come out and support the arts in a different manner.
Well, what blew me away, and I'll use Victoria Symphony Orchestra because it was kind of the same thing. I never would have gone to the orchestra when I was younger. But the talent that these performers have is just amazing. And I would argue it's going to be the same thing with Victoria Ballet. As you go over there and you're just blown away by the talent, the athleticism that's required to do all this, and the many hours that they put in to pull off a successful show.
Absolutely.
And I have a huge, again, the older I get, the more I respect what they're doing, and are just proud to have you guys on here. And thank you for what you're doing in the community. For those that want to check in on this or find out all the information or come out and get tickets or compete, how can they do so?
You can go to victoriaballet.org, and we have a link on our website to the actual sign up, and it's through Run Sign Up.
Good deal. And is it on the Facebook page as well?
Yes, we have a Facebook event page, and you can go to the Victoria Ballet page as well.
Perfect. Well, anything I'm forgetting?
I don't think so. I think you covered it pretty well, except maybe get your tutu and your tennis shoes and come out and join us.
It might be time to dust off my tutu. Yes, ma'am. And thank you for what you guys do. We're very blessed to have you on. Guys, let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Since 1932, Wallach & Volk has been closing mortgages and doing it the right way. The reason why the Volks opened up a bank at the height of the Great Depression was because the bank needed to be opened at the height of the Great Depression. And it was good for the community at that time. A lot of the banks were going under. In order to keep that community sound and stable, it was something that they did. I think that says something about who Wallach & Volk was 85 years ago. And the only way you get to continue to do it is if you consistently do it great. And we plan on doing this for another 85 years.
Marketing today can be complex. Emails, customer relationship management, lead tracking, landing pages, and text messaging. But what if you could do it all with just one tool? And what if there was an agency behind the solution that could do it with you? Or better yet, do it for you? Introducing Thrive Fuel 360, the new do-it-for-you digital marketing solution. Drive leads, nurture prospects, automate follow-up, connect with your audience, and book appointments all in one place. Thrive Fuel 360.
It's Cayman Furniture's annual President's Day sale. Hi, I'm Bentley Cayman, and it's happening right now up to 65% off on all furniture. Plus, up to 5 years of no money down and no interest.
And you thought I was kidding? Buy today, and we'll have it in your home tonight.
All right, guys, we are back. I know most of you probably know this gentleman. He's big in the community. He's always helping. He's always serving. And so we're very blessed to have him on, because the restaurant that we're about to talk about, my father holds a special place to him. Every time he comes down, he always wants one of their jalapeno cheeseburgers. And now you guys are getting another location after all the hard work and time that you've put in. And so we're excited. We want to be part of it. We wanted to help share the news. But I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to let you introduce yourself to the ones that don't know you, and let them know who you're representing and why you're here, my friend.
All right, I'm Craig Lager, and I represent Lager Family Enterprises, and we happen to own Dairy Treet restaurant in Victoria. Dairy Treet's a drive-in restaurant. It's been here since 1955. It's kind of unique in that you drive up service, walk up to the window and order for yourself. The new location has a drive-in window, and we're here to talk about the grand opening, which is coming up March 26th.
Yes, sir, and I'm excited to get to that, but before we do, I want to talk about a little bit about the restaurant itself and kind of what makes it special. And, you know, right before we went on air, we were talking about some of your ingredients, and I found out a few things I didn't know, but this to me is kind of part of what makes you all special. You know, I say it's about 50-50 in your supplies and what you use to do what you do, but also it's in the spirits and the characters of all the people that work there and the interactions that they have with the public. So I think it's kind of twofold, and on both accounts you guys just knock it over the back part where you're well loved and your food is delicious. And so let's talk a little bit about what makes the food so special and kind of how you guys go about getting that food.
Well, I think the part of that makes the food special for us is the history of the store. The store was started in 1955 by the Tolbert family, and they basically came up with their own recipes, and those recipes we haven't deviated from since that time. They're time tested from the chili that's Mrs. Tolbert's own family recipe, the tartar sauce that she supplied the recipe for that as well, and the ingredients have all stayed the same. But kind of unique is we've gone into, since we've bought the store, we wanted to make sure everything was local, fresh as it possibly could be. They've always made fresh hamburger patties there at Dairy Treat, but we wanted to do locally fresh hamburger patties. So this is fresh from the slaughterhouse. It's fresh to our store. We put it in our kitchen. We grind the meat. We make the patties. It's all locally owned, hormone-free, and it's what USDA calls locally raised beef. That's raised responsibly.
Yes,
so we're super excited about that. We hand bread all our steak fingers, our steak sandwiches. Chili is made from that same meat, and of course, everybody loves Dairy Treat ice cream. And I can't stay away from it.
Guilty.
Yes.
Yeah. That's I've been fighting an addiction with ice cream lately. It's and I'm losing.
Yeah.
You know? So yes, I'm a fan of that as well. It's you guys get me when I go there because I'm a burger and fries guy. Like I'm basic dude, burger and fries. And ice cream, and lots of it. And so I'm like a kid in a toy store when I go up there. It's like pick your poison, you know, because it's whatever I want. But all joking aside, you know, I love the way that you guys have found a way to bring other people into your umbrella of what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I would much rather, you know, go and buy something that has locally raised beef than, because you guys aren't serving McDonald's frozen patties up there, you know, and that means something, especially after I started seeing those pink slime commercials and all that of stuff that was happening. It's good to know you can get fresh ingredients and you're helping others in our community. And I think it just all the way around that's spectacular. Let's get to your event now. This is a pretty cool deal that you guys, I know it's going to be basically an all-day thing there, and it's going to be over on Stockbauer, so I'm pumped because that's close to my office, so I can swing over there and feed myself, and I'm excited. But let's talk about this event that you guys, your grand opening.
So we decided on March 26th for a couple of different reasons, mainly because we've been waiting for appliances for a long, long time at Dairy Treat to be able to open, and we really could. We wanted to have, you know, just a grand opening when we start, have a great fresh grand opening, but until 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, we finally got our fryers that we had originally ordered. Before we had been using borrowed fryers until we got our new fryers in. So we said, well, we can't really open until we get everything right. And so the 26th, we have everything in, everything's right. And so we're super excited. We're going to have, we're going to start off with a blessing and then the Star Spangled Banner, and we're going to have Travis Tam with his band from Cuero is going to entertain us from 11 till noon, and we're going to have Josh Burris and Bill Miller with the Heart Attacks is going to be there. And then 2 o'clock we'll have the ribbon cutting with the Chamber of Commerce, and the Tolbert family is going to cut the ribbon. So
spectacular.
Yeah, we're really excited about that happening because we really want to honor their family for their tradition of having this restaurant there. And then Jacob Kyle's going to entertain us. We're going to have a 50s costume contest, and from 3 to 5 we were going to have a karaoke contest, but that kind of fell through. So we're going to have a talent contest, so it's like a Victoria's talent.
Talent show type
Victoria's
thing.
Got Talent.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So we're kind of excited about that. And then Benny Wills is he's a national artist, and he's going to perform a Johnny Cash tribute.
All right.
From 5 to 6. And then, of course, all day long, the Victoria Car Club is going to have 50s and 60s cars there. Bobby Sparkman is kind of facilitating that for us, and we're super excited about those 50s and 60s cars. We want to try to do a photo shoot with those cars underneath our awning and trying to do the new retro store that we built to make it look like the old store with the old cars underneath of it.
I think it's outstanding, and Bobby's a good guy. He you know, when they all come rolling in with that car club, you can't help but notice when you drive by and you see them all. But the best thing about it is if you actually stop and get out, some of the most welcoming individuals ever. Like, you know, Bobby, my son loves that I always forget the name, the missile car that he has. And I'm going to butcher it, and Bobby, I'm sorry, but my son loves that car. And every time he sees this, he makes it a special point to reach out to my son, to let him see it. He let him drive, you know, sit in there and not drive it yet, but he got to sit in there, and it just, everybody out there, their passion probably matches your own. And so I think that you guys did well by getting them, because it'll be special, you know, and I appreciate that you're honoring the family and doing that, because it, you know, if we forget our history and those that have paved before us, you know, we're sometimes doomed to repeat it. In this case, it'd be a good one, but I appreciate honoring the past and those that have treaded the ground before us and all of that. I think it's special.
Yeah, and we've been so blessed with many of the employees that have been with the restaurant for 20, 25 years. They're still there. The management's still in place, same one. So, and I'd just like to emphasize everything. Everyone that we get a little hit every once in a while that, well, they've changed stuff up. Nothing has changed. This is exactly the same recipe, same cooking temperatures, same everything. So the store stayed the same, and we want to keep it to stay the same.
Well, and I would probably just say to ask for a little patience right now while everybody's going through growing pains, because it's like you said, you just got your fryers that you know, and I know in real estate and just about pick it, any industry right now, supply lines, all that, even filling, you know, employment right now is a big struggle just to get employees. And so for those that might have those little comments, I would just say have a little grace, show a little patience, and I believe in what you're doing, and I think you guys do a great job. And if they'll let you just work through any of those small kinks, I think you guys will come out just fine on the other side, and they'll enjoy a dang good meal from you guys. Yeah. And so, well, thank you so much again for all you do in the community. Guys, make sure you get over there March 26th, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. We've got a whole stack thing. You can check out cool cars, you can do the costume event, all that fun stuff, and you can eat. You need a lot, and some good food, and some ice cream. So, anything I'm forgetting, my brother?
No, I think everything's good with it. I did say, our theme is, so Elvis ate at the restaurant. Somewhere in the 60s, he was going to Corpus for an event, and he stopped by, his little Cadillac came by, and the guys came out to the window and asked the Toberts for a hamburger and whatever, and they saw it was Elvis in the car. So our little theme of the grand opening is where Elvis got his shake.
There you go. There you go. Hey, and what better place to do so? Right. I think it's spectacular. Guys, make sure you get out there and support it. We'll take a quick break and be back with our final guest. All right, guys, we are back with our final guest, and this is a really cool deal to me, because the more I keep saying it, the older I get, the more I look back on stuff, but I'm fascinated by a lot of historical things, and we have a lot of history right around us that happened, and a lot of meaningful things. And so this gentleman right here, I'm really excited to have him on, because he's gonna kind of talk a little bit about some Goliad history, and then some reenactments that you can go see that tell the story of that history, which I just think is phenomenal. And so if you wouldn't mind, my friend, please introduce yourself and let them know who you're here with.
Okay, I'm Scott McMahon. I'm director of Presidio La Bahia. The Presidio is located over in Goliad, just south of town, across the river. We're a Spanish, Mexican, and Texan fort that has been there since 1749. Talking about a lot of history, we've been around for a while.
Yeah, I bet a thing or two has happened over there.
Yeah.
What are the more historical things that La Bahia is known for, and kind of what you all are having these recreations for? What is that?
Well, we probably don't have enough time really to get into all the good history over there, but the Presidio is really best known today for the occupation by the Texans in 1836 during the Texas Revolution. Of course, like I said, it was a Spanish fort for a long time. It helped patrol the South Texas area. The troopers mainly fought Indians, dealt with stuff like that. But there were filibustering expeditions that came in the 18-teens. But the big thing, like I said, is the Texas Revolution. Colonel Fannin occupied the Presidio from January of 36 until March of 36, and that's what we represent and recreate during the Goliad Massacre reenactment that'll be coming up this weekend. We have around 200, sometimes 250 reenactors that'll be there. We're all camped inside the walls, represent the Texian and Mexican armies. And during the day on Saturday, we have 3 different battle reenactments. We have one at 10, 1, and 3, and they represent different skirmishes and actions during the Goliad campaign in 36. And then in between, people can come through and visit the camps, talk to the reenactors, explore the fort. We have different, I've got a guy that's going to be talking about Fannon's execution. He'll be talking about that, where it actually happened out in front of the chapel. We've got a gentleman that's going to come up and do a program on the soldiers and kind of their background for the ones that he's been able to research during the middle of the day, early afternoon. So we've got a lot of stuff going on Saturday. That evening, we close the gates at 5, and then at 6:30 we do candlelight tours, and those are really cool. If you're kind of want to get a little bit closer glimpse of what was going on historically, you go through in small groups, and basically you get to see different scenarios that were taking place throughout that week or so period that all those men were held prisoner there. But you get to go through and see all this, and basically you're eavesdropping on these guys like you were really there in 1836, and that's real popular.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Tickets will go on sale that Saturday morning. It's $5 for admission for the reenactment and everything else, and then the candlelight tours are $3 if you want to do those.
Is there a way to, to cut you off,
No, go ahead.
I have like a million questions because I didn't even know about parts of that, and I'm already super excited. Is there a way to kind of time it? So you talk about the 3 different recreations that you have that day. Is that doing 3 different battles, or is it? So
it's 3. Yeah, it's 3 different battles. You can stay there, and a lot of people will come out and stay there all day, and every one of them's going to be different for you.
That's what I was going to ask. Because if I wanted to come out and see everything, you would suggest getting there at the 10 and then just flowing right through the whole day.
Stay all day.
If I brought a toddler, is that one of those things? Are you guys doing cannon fire or?
We do have cannon fire, of course, muskets, rifles, but usually the kids, even the little ones, generally.
He's been to the range a lot. He likes his guns and stuff. So I think he would really enjoy it, and I like that people can watch living history where they can see, because it's one thing to read about things that happen in books and all that, and some of us probably haven't heard these stories since we were in 3rd or 4th or 5th grade, and you took Texas history. I don't even remember when that stopped, but it's been a while, and so I would love the refresher on this, but also, to people to see how brutal some of these were, and it's called the Goliad Massacre for a reason, I'm sure, and I just, there's so much history here that I don't think people have barely started to scratch the surface of it. And I know when we do, we're just kind of blown away at how much has truly happened here and how much it helped to shape Texas and the rest of the country and all of that. And so I could come hit those shows and then flow into that candlelight tour. Sounds really cool.
Oh yeah, it is. And in between, if you get tired and you want to go hang out and kind of chill, relax a little bit, you can go into town. We've got several little restaurants and cafes around the square in town. Some people actually do that. They'll come in and do the battles and stuff, and then go back into town and come back out. If you want to make an entire weekend of it, Sunday morning, starting at 9:30, we have a presentation on kind of a first-person presentation on one of the guys that survived the massacre and tells his side of it. And then we actually do a reenactment of the massacre near the actual site where one of those took place. And then we wrap everything up with a memorial out at the burial site of Fannin and all his men.
Is the massacre something that you could 60 seconds kind of loosely tell me what that is, just from an umbrella without all that?
So basically, after the Battle of Coletta Creek, which is out in Fannin, the site where that was, the Texians were taken prisoner. They were taken back to the fort. They were held for about a week. And Santa Anna wanted to have them all killed to make an example of them, kind of like he had done at the Alamo. So they were basically split into 3 different groups, marched out of the fort about a mile away, and the Mexican soldiers basically just opened up fire on them and massacred them. Wow. It was a really controversial thing at the time. The officer that was in charge didn't want anything to do with it. He had marched on. He was actually over here in Victoria at the time that took place, and they kept kind of ignoring Santa Anna's orders, but finally, had to carry them out. So it's controversial today, and it was controversial back then.
Yeah, I can imagine. And well, thank you for taking the time. I know it's not easy to get over here and come into a morning show and stuff like that, but I'm very grateful. For people that want to make plans for all this, or maybe see the order of events and all of that, where can they find all the information?
Well, we've got a Facebook page. We keep all that information updated and everything on Facebook, but our website is presidiolabahia.org.
That's overly white people. Can you spell that out if you wouldn't mind?
It's Presidiolabahia.
Done this a time or two. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah, we've got schedules on there, and we've got events throughout the year, so we've got listings for that as well.
do you prefer people to purchase tickets on site, or can they do it over Facebook? Or
Right now, it's just on site.
Okay.
That's one of those things I'd like to add in the future, but right now it's just on site. You show up 9 o'clock in the morning, we'll start selling tickets on Saturday.
Roger that.
And we do wristbands, so you get the wristband, you're good. You're good.
So
for
can I show up at 9 and just get something that covers me for the
Yep.
whole day?
Yep.
Sweet, perfect. Well, anything I'm forgetting, man?
I don't think so. But come on out. Like I said, we do stuff throughout the year. The reenactments are a big thing, but we do stuff throughout the year. We do living history programs, and during the summer we do a program called Way Back Wednesday.
Please keep us in mind on those.
Yeah.
I'd love to. Like I said, I think history is increasingly becoming more and more and more important, and we just don't want to forget it. And especially when we have these great programs going on, we need to go support them, you know. And do you guys accept donations, things like that? Do you need anything from the public in addition to coming?
We accept donations, but no. The one thing I would suggest is if you're planning on staying all day and you want to sit out and watch the battles, bring a folding chair and sit with that.
Maybe some sunscreen too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, good call,
sure.
good call. Well, my brother, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming on. Guys, make sure you support all these great events going on in town, and all the people that support them, and our sponsors as well. A big thank you to them. Guys, we'll see you at the next one. Thanks so much for tuning in to Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. Make sure you comment down below, like the post, share the post. It really helps the algorithms. If you haven't done so already, make sure you follow our page. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any episodes. And if you have an event coming on you want featured on Victoria Events, shoot us a message. We'd love to help you get the word out there. Lastly, make sure you support our sponsors. We could not do this show without them, so we're very grateful. Thanks so much, Victoria, and we'll see you at the next one.